Gentlemen, I was actually talking, Dwayne, before I brought you on the radio. I was actually talking to our fashion consultant that's in the studio. Say good morning to Dwayne Woods. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good.
Dwayne, I want to welcome you to the show, man. It's Simone Malone, the Radio Feel Good Man. What a delight to be able to spotlight you. Say hello to everyone that can see me, but they can hear your handsome voice live there.
Well, thank you. Hello, everybody, to the listening audience. I'm excited to be on the show. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
No problem. Great. Thank you, Dwayne. Dwayne, are you in Atlanta right now or what?
I am. I'm in Atlanta. Thank God. I'm since the record has been out, I've rarely been home, but wow. I'm grateful to be at home right now.
I know that's right. How are the weather conditions there right now?
Oh, the weather's pretty good. Number one, I'm not really looking out the window, but I think it's raining just a little bit, but okay. I'm just happy that the weather is above my age. So I'm so tired of cold weather. I'm like, God, come on, let spring come so soon. I'm ready for it.
I feel you, brother. Well, let me first of all salute you, Dwayne. I've been in broadcasting for quite some time, and I have played your music over the years. And one of the things before we talk about, because things are different on my show, it's about testimonies of faith and deliverance first. One of the things that I was touched by some years ago was how the Lord healed you from a medical condition. People need to know that God is a healer, that they can talk and say what they want to say about all these diseases of cancer and diabetes and HIV, but you have a real testimony that I was touched by when you shared how God brought you through from dealing with HIV. Can you just share that first? Because somebody that's listening and watching is dealing with this right now and just giving up, and they're going to think that they're going to die from this. But I want you to encourage them from what you've been through to share your testimony. Can you do that first?
Absolutely. Just very quickly, I just want to encourage anybody, we have to understand that we cannot put limits on God. We have to understand that we serve a God that can do absolutely anything. And so when you put your complete trust, your complete faith in God, and you just trust Him for whatever it is that you are in need of, and you continuously bombard heaven for your healing, for your deliverance, I guarantee you that you serve a God that will make a way out of no way. He'll move heaven and earth to make sure that you have what it is that you need. And as you just said, I was suffering years ago from HIV. I was HIV positive. But I went back 7 years later to the exact same doctors that had diagnosed me, and they tested me completely negative. It wasn't a medical mistake. There was 7 years of treatment. But, during that time, I just believed God. I started trusting God. I was praying. I was talking to Him. And one of the things that was completely, I believe, is one of the transformation moments for me was I said, God, if I'm going to sing about you being a healer, if I'm going to sing about you being a deliverer, if I'm going to sing about you being all of these things, then I need you to do this for me so that I can be a living testimony for your people. And that's exactly what He's done. So I definitely encourage anybody that is suffering with anything, even on this particular record that I'm pretty sure we'll start talking about it, but even on this record, I'm very open, I'm very candid with how I've been emotionally over the last few years. And I'm a firm believer that it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're suffering with depression, whether you're suffering with anxiety, it doesn't matter where you are. When you get to the point to where you put your complete trust in God and you decide that you're going to completely talk to Him, you're going to open up, you can be completely honest, you can, this is the God that made you. That's the point that it can be a transforming life, a transformation in your life with God.
Yeah, I thank you so much for being on the forefront of that, because I wanted you to share that because somebody needed to hear that. Now let's tie that in, with your new project. I love the song "A Friend of Mine." You got my dear boy Anthony Hamilton. You have the other artists right at the tip of my tongue. Who else is on that song with you?
Dave Hollis.
David Hollis. Yeah, they're my boys that we play on R&B, man. We love them for what they're doing. But this CD is called Life Lessons. Is that correct?
That's correct. Life Lessons, and we actually chose the title based off of the music.
Yes.
And it wasn't a thing that we said, okay, I want to do a record called Life Lessons. As the music was growing, I just started really realizing this was basically kind of talking about my life. It was talking about different lessons that we've learned.
Right. Right. And some of those lessons have brought you a long way in this industry, and you have been a blessing to the body of Christ. So let's talk about this project. It's going to be released really soon. Am I right?
Actually, it's actually out now.
It's
it
out
was
now.
released
Okay.
on February the 3rd. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's out now. Not only do we have Dave Hollister and Anthony Hamilton, we also have Avery Sunshine. I did a duet with her on a song that P.J. Morton wrote for me called "Take the Pain Away."
Okay.
And we really branched out. We wanted to do something completely different, and so we reached out to Larry Waddell and Stokely Williams of Group Mint Condition. So they created a phenomenal song called "They Said," and it's basically talking about how people can say whatever it is they want to say about you. People will have their own opinion, they'll have their own judgment, but God is the one that has the final word. So don't ever let what somebody else has said about you dictate what you feel like your future is supposed to be in God, because God is the one that has the final word. It's just a very, very, very strong project. That's why I actually believe it's one of my best projects. I'm excited about it. We released it on my very own label.
Congratulations.
So I'm excited about that. Yeah, we started, my business partner and I, we started a label called Soul Therapy Music.
Yes.
And that's basically what this music is all about.
And you know what I like is that you tied in some great people from the industry that really is going to make this project go where you want it to go, because a lot of R&B artists are singing gospel, and you tied that right in, and the songs are very, very meaningful. So the message you're trying to convey to your supporters and listeners and viewers out there is what with this project? What do you want them to go away with?
I want people to be able to take this project and apply it to their life, make it the soundtrack of your life.
Yeah.
The songs are the messages of the songs are the things that's the most powerful, are the most important to me. Because the things that I experienced over the last 4 years, I'm very candid on this record. I'm very open. And one of the things that I really struggled with was worrying. I struggled with depression. And so I wanted to sing about that. I wanted to talk about that, but I wanted to talk about it in a positive way, so that somebody that may be facing that same thing, they can listen to that and apply this message to their life. So the writer, S.D. Bullock, who actually wrote "Friend of Mine," created this song called "Worrying Never Helped." And the hook of the song is "Worrying never helped nobody, and it won't help you."
Yeah.
So and these are the types of songs that we have on this particular project. So it's a teaching record.
Yeah.
It's not just one that you just listen to and say, "Oh, I just enjoyed that." It's something that when you listen to it, you can apply a message to wherever you are in life. You can apply that message to your life, and it can become the soundtrack of your life. So that's what I want people to take away from this record.
That's good. It's very therapeutic, it sounds like. for many of the listeners out there. Now you touched on something really key, and I want to tie that in, because I work in forensics mental health as well. So I run the radio station on the air and got people that are working with us, and I work professionally in mental health. And I want to touch on the depression thing, because there are a lot of artists out there that are up in front of people, thousands of people all the time. They're ministering all the time, but yet, Dwayne, when they go home, they're popping pills. They're having all these stressful issues, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, and all that stuff. What went through your life that God really just helped you to make it through that? Because, you've been in the limelight and people know who you are, and you've been supporting other ministries and all that. And what happened where it was a turnaround for you and God touched your mind and made you feel better about who you are?
You know what? I had to take the word. A lot of times when you get in those depressed states or those anxious states, you're not. What's the word I want to use? You're not thinking positively, or you're not thinking about teachings that you already know. Right. You're not thinking about what you've already learned. And so one of the things that I did, and people say that I quote this all the time wherever I go. I had to do it because I was doing it every night, which I believe was the thing that really kind of turned my thinking. It transformed my thoughts. It transformed my life. I would quote Jeremiah 29:11 every day, and I would quote it every morning, and I would quote it every night before I go to sleep. I know the thoughts that I think towards you, thoughts of good and not of evil, to give you hope in the future. And when you get to the point to where you could change your thought process, you could change your life.
That's right.
When you start getting to the point to where you could change your speech, you could change your life. But when you get to the point to where you could also realize, I need to take a minute and I need to care for myself.
That's right.
I need to heal myself. Then that healing process can really happen for you. I was actually in the hospital, and the doctor came to me, and I'm trying to get out of the hospital after trying to commit suicide.
Wow.
I was telling the doctor, I have to get out of here. I gotta go sing. The doctor said, you're not in any condition to sing to anybody.
Right.
And he said something that changed me. He looked at me and he said, physician, heal thyself. And when he said that was the moment that I honestly believe that it just woke me up, basically.
Yeah.
And so I'm telling people all the time, when you need to, take a minute, step back.
That's right.
You know, we don't have to always consistently go, because sometimes you could go and kill yourself in the process because you're not taking a minute for your own self.
Exactly. What a great word there of encouragement, what you just shared. So go ahead and encourage people right now to download but purchase the project, but they can probably download it as well, and give them all the information of how they can follow you, because you are big on social media. So go ahead.
Oh, wow, I appreciate that. Well, definitely the record, again, is already out, so you can go to Walmart, Lifeway, Christian, anywhere that you would purchase gospel music, you'll be able to find the project there. We're trying to get people to go out and get hard copies.
Exactly.
Because stores are almost to a point to where they don't even want to reorder music.
Right.
Not just gospel. They don't want to reorder music, period. Because, downloads and streaming is happening. But, again, it's also on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon. And if you want to follow me on social media, Instagram and Twitter, I am DWoodyd, DWOODYD. Facebook, I am Dwayne Woods. I'm Dwayne Woods Rocks, and my website is DwayneWoods.rocks.
Wonderful, Dwayne. I thank you. I thank you for your time, man. You've been busy on a lot of interviews. I know some of my colleagues who've interviewed you as well. Thanks for traveling with us right up here in Philadelphia and talking with the Radio Feel Good Man. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to connect directly. We are Facebook friends, so you could be able to see this live video a little bit later on my page and get it off my page and share it with everybody, because we bring it to you fresh and first. Okay?
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. No problem. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, buddy. Bye-bye.